Welcome back to Talk Fame to Me, the place where celebrity meets courtroom, truth gets uncovered, and some of your faves gets legally humbled. Today we are deep diving into the megaverse of mess because Megan the Stallion is lawyering up. And this time it's not for Tory. She is suing blogger Milagro Grams, and now DJ Academics is being subpoenaed in the case. Rock Nation is involved, subpoenas are flying, and it's giving, you had the mic, now it's time for the stand. Let's get into this digital defamation, real time retaliation, and the bloggers who might have gotten a little too comfortable writing for the wrong side of history. Now, if you've been paying attention, you already know Megan has been dragged for years behind this Tory Lane situation, shot in 2020, gaslit through 2021, testified in 2022, vindicated in 2023 when Tory was sentenced to 10 years. But even after the conviction, the attacks didn't stop. Nope, they did not stop. Bloggers kept pushing false narratives, memes, deep fakes, straight up harassment. And one of the main voices in that smear campaign, allegedly, blogger and commentator Milagro Graham. And now Megan said, "Oh no, ma'am, you're not hiding behind a ring light this time. You're coming to court." In the lawsuit filed in Florida, Megan alleges that Milagro Cooper, that's Milagro Graham's government name, ran a full blown hate campaign against her across multiple platforms. We're talking posting deep fakes, corn of Megan, corn starts with the P, but we're going to say corn, making up claims about her drinking, mental health, and credibility, suggesting the gun used in Tory Lane's shooting belonged to her, even accusing her of lying about being shot despite a whole conviction. And here's where it gets extra spicy. Megan says Milagro wasn't doing all this randomly. She claims Milagro was acting as a paid voice or at least a mouthpiece for Tory Lanez and his team. If true, that's not just defamation, that's conspiracy. Now, some thought Megan's suit was going to get thrown out. Free speech. She's a blogger. It's commentary. But a Florida judge said, bring that back. In February 2025, the judge ruled that Megan's case can move forward, calling it a coordinated campaign of harassment, not protected opinion. The judge said Milagro can't hide behind journalism if the content was malicious, false, and created for defamation, especially when deep fake corn is involved. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. This is not a freedom of speech case. This is a freedom from harassment case. Now, let's talk about DJ Academics because he's found himself on the receiving end of Rock Nation's subpoena. He spilled this himself on a live stream saying, "Rock Nation hit me with a subpoena yesterday. They're not suing me, but they want me to testify." Academics says he was told to get ready to give a deposition because Rock Nation believes he may have information relevant to the case against Milagro Grams. Now, why would that be? Because Academics and Milagro were tag teaming online commentary for months, especially during Tory's trial. They were sharing information, interviewing people connected to the case, and let's be honest, openly doubting Megan's side of the story for clout and clicks. And now, what they said online might come back to hunt them offline. Let's have a real conversation. When did commentary turn into defamation in HD? There's a difference between having an opinion and turn it into a verbal hitman for a celebrity facing charges. Milagro wasn't just talking about Meg, she was targeting her day after day, year after year, even after conviction, even after a jury sided with Megan, even after Tory was sentenced to a whole decade. So, what was the motive? Clout, coin, or were there DMs we don't know about yet? because Megan's legal team is now digging into Instagram messages, Discord chats, iMessages, and even WhatsApp history to see if Milagro was coordinating with people behind bars. And if they find that, it's a wrap. In June 2025, the court issued a gag order on both parties, meaning neither Megan nor Milagro is allowed to speak publicly about the case anymore. And that's smart because every tweet, every live stream, every subliminal, it can all be used in court. So if you're wondering why it's suddenly quiet on their timelines, that's why. The girls have been told to log off or risk contempt. Now, let's be clear. DJ Academics is not being sued. He is not a defendant, but Megan's team clearly believe he has useful information about how these narratives spread. Who said what, when, and whether bloggers were knowingly sharing false information? If he slips up during his deposition, if he confirms there was a coordinated effort to take Megan down, he may not be in the hot seat yet, but baby, that subpoena smoke could turn into legal fire real quick. This lawsuit is about, no, this lawsuit is more about more than one blogger. It's about like setting a precedent, okay? Because for years, celebrity women, especially black women, have been dragged, gaslit, and memed to death online with no accountability. Megan and she's standing up and she's saying, "You're not weaponizing your platform against me and think I won't clap back in court." And that message is not just for Milagro, it's for all these internet personalities who think calling yourself a commentator means you're immune from consequences. Newsflash, freedom of speech isn't freedom from lawsuits, okay? So now I want to hear from you. Is Megan right to sue? Should bloggers face real consequences when they spread lies for clicks? And how do y'all feel about DJ Academics being pulled into this? Was he just reporting or was he running interference? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this trial might be it might be quiet online for now, but the receipts are loud. So I'm B.Lynette, and this was Talk Fame to Me, where we don't throw shade, we serve subpoenas, okay? See you next time.